Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Bobby with Tech360.tv and we got a very special video for you today. In terms of the smartphone market and our reviews, we reviewed flagship smartphones, mid-range, and the budget flagship. But there's a segment of our phones out there that we haven't really talked much about until now. And that is the supercar smartphone flagship category. And we've got two of them with us today. We've got the Huawei Porsche Design Mate RS versus the Oppo Find X Lamborghini Edition. Now, since it's a supercar flagship smartphone battle, if you will, we're gonna do it in 3 drag races because that's what you do in cars, right? To see how they perform, we do 3 drag races. So here we go. The first drag race is design. Let's talk about the Huawei Porsche Design Mate RS first. Now, this has a very symmetrical look. Huawei and Porsche Design, they wanted this very symmetrical look on the front and back, and it does it beautifully. This is a beautiful phone. It is smaller than the Oppo, which I'll get into in just a minute. But as you can tell, there's no notch on this phone. It's notchless. Has a small bezel on the top and bottom with Porsche Design font at the bottom of it. And then when you get to the back, is this beautiful gunmetal gray chrome-esque finish to it. It just oozes luxury. If you've ever seen a Porsche, you'll know what I'm talking about. It really complements the Porsche design and of course the RS variant, which is, I mean, if you want a Porsche, you want the creme de la creme, you get the RS, okay? Just don't mess with anything else if you have the money for it. You've got the 3 camera setup on the back of it. It's more centralized than the P20 Pro, which is its younger, more inexpensive brother. And that's pretty much it. It's beautifully, it's elegant. It's easier to grip on the side of it because it's a little bit thicker on the sides, but overall it feels really good in the hand and a really good size, and has a 6-inch display. Now let's talk about the Oppo Find X Lamborghini Edition. This phone is slightly larger, has a display of 6.4 inches. When you pick this up, it still has that curved glass on the front and back. Now they use Gorilla Glass 5 on this, but the back of it is very unique. It's a different look than the Porsche design in that it actually has a carbon fiber design to it that's underneath the glass, and it's got this gradient look. So in the middle, it's sort of dark black, and on the edges, you see the carbon fiber look. The gold Oppo logo that's embossed in it, as well as the Automobile Lamborghini logo that's underneath the glass. I mean, this is really, really classy, okay? On the front of this phone, there is no bezel. If you're wondering where the camera's at, that's where it's at. One more time. I love this feature, honestly. This is just so damn sexy. One more time, because I have to. So in terms of design between these two phones, while the Mate RS is beautiful, it's symmetric, it just oozes engineering. The Oppo, the Find X Lamborghini Edition, that carbon fiber underneath it, the gold embossment, the camera that goes up and down. I gotta give it to the Oppo. I'm sorry, I gotta give it to the Oppo, I love it. It's a beautifully designed phone. But we've got 2 more races ahead of us, so let's get down to it. So the next category is speed. So underneath these phones, we've got 2 different processors, 2 different engines, and 2 different batteries, and 2 different amounts of RAM. First, talk about the Porsche design. We've got the Kirin 970 processor, which is not their latest processor now. They have a new one coming out very soon. We have 6 gigabytes of RAM with 256 gigabytes of storage. There is an option for 512 gigabytes of storage, but it is not available in Singapore yet. I think it's only available in China and selected markets. In the Oppo, we have the Snapdragon 845 processor, 8 gigabytes of RAM, and 512 gigabytes of storage. In terms of battery, inside the Porsche design, we have a 4,000 milliamp battery. In the Oppo Find X Lamborghini Edition, we have a 3,400 milliamp battery. Now, in terms of charging speeds, this is what separates the phones. In the Porsche Design Mate RS, you can go from 0 to 58% in 30 minutes, roughly. In the Oppo, you can go from 0 to 100 in 35 minutes with the Super VOC. Okay, now you have to use their proprietary charger and cable, but yes, the Oppo does charge faster. Now we're gonna test the performance of these phones by doing 2 things. First is to launch a game that we like around here and very appropriate for these supercar flagship phones, Need for Speed No Limits. We're gonna see which phone boots up faster. Then we're gonna go on to see the scores on Geekbench. Now, mind you, Geekbench does not sort of give you the feel of overall day-to-day usage. I can tell you personally, using these phones, day-to-day usage, that they run pretty much the same in your daily apps and so forth. So not much difference in that, but nonetheless, let's get down to the scores. All right, that was a battle, but you gotta hand it to the Oppo Find X. Of course, 8 gigabytes of RAM, the new Snapdragon 845 processor, 512 gigabytes of storage, more than the Mate RS, and it shows, okay? But like I said before, day-to-day usage, you're not gonna notice a difference between these phones. They both run optimally, beautifully, no hiccups at all. All right, that leaves us to our final challenge, the final drag race of these three, the best of three, and that is the X Factor. And what I mean by X Factor is the features that are in each of the phones, what separates them, and that overall lust and desire that you find in them, because these are beautiful phones, okay? Okay, first we're gonna talk about features. Now, between these two phones, on paper, the Huawei Porsche Design Mate RS has more features. But there's something that the Oppo has that the Mate RS doesn't, and that's in the packaging. Now, if you've seen our previous review of the Porsche Design Mate RS, you're gonna notice that there's 2 chargers inside of it, 2 cables, you've got wired earbuds. However, Oppo has something very unique, which I commend them for doing in the Lamborghini edition, is they actually provide you with wireless earbuds that are in the same beautiful design as the phone. The carbon fiber inlay with gold. We didn't get those, unfortunately. We only got the phone with us. That's the only thing Oppo could give us for this review, but it's beautiful, and I'm glad they did that because you're paying a premium for both of these phones. These phones are not cheap. Over 2,000 Singapore dollars if you were to get them right now, okay? So while the Porsche Design Mate RS has more features in the phone, the Oppo has that beautiful mechanism and that beautiful design and better, storage and faster RAM and faster processor and that Bluetooth wireless earbuds. I'm gonna call it a draw on the third one. The third drag race in terms of X Factor, a draw, because each of us, we need certain things in our phones we might not need in other phones. It depends on your usage. So overall, here's my conclusion on both of these phones. They're beautiful, they're stunning. You would be lucky to own each of them. If you could own both of them, wow. I gotta say, I'm glad we have that segment out here. I'm glad that we're seeing design and these collaborations with these great car manufacturers and the engineering that goes into it. With that, leave your comments and your suggestions below. Any thoughts you have on these phones, let us know. Until the next one, take care. You see, now it's that time where we have to say goodbye to the phones. To the Oppo. Bye-bye. No, I know. No, I know. You have to go. Bye-bye. Okay, bye-bye.